Hi everybody, this is my first video of 2022. From today, I want to introduce another part of my art, which I think I am pretty good with it. Computer graphic, you can say computer graphic design. I learned in the past year mostly about the Adobe. Adobe has so many different softwares, from creativities, marketers, business, and others. I'm especially familiar with Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe eDesign, and Adobe Premiere Pro. I will also talk a little bit about the 3D software Fusion 360 in the future video. Today, let's start from the Adobe Photoshop. To start with Photoshop, you need to have Photoshop software. This is what I got in 2012 called Photoshop CS6. But until 2013, all the software including Photoshop changed to CC. So right now, new one's called Photoshop CC, and they all put in the Creative Cloud, which you can only pay monthly. But now today we're focusing on the Photoshop. So let's open. So today we are going to create a new one. So press File, press New, and around you can see all the setting of document, shows all the size and the resolution. You also can see from here. So this is the one you use. Okay, let's create. Now I just open. So those are menu bars, option bars, toolbox, status bar, and the palettes. But today we are going to use the toolbar most, and we are also use the palettes. So right now let's find some image. I'm going to find the folders. First, I'm going to close this one. Now I click this folder. Then I'm going to drag one of this image to show how it works with Photoshop. Yeah, this is my friend. We're working for Huntington for the new year. So I just found some really cool image. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to now I gotta change the color because the image is being rasterized. So what I can do is I use the Marquee tool to select the image. So then I press layer, new, layer field copy. There. I make sure I try to lock my old image so I don't touch all the layers. So that's close. And then so this one that's working with adjustment layers. So now you can see the properties, adjustments, and the libraries, which we haven't added yet. So let's do adjustment. But instead I go to use this one. I go to use this one. So give me all descriptions. So I go to use a curve. So curve is to control all the colors because I want to use the COYK colors. So it's going to be control the full color, but the first thing I'm going to control all the full colors at the same time. So you can see all the brightness and the contrast and the darkness of the image starts to change. And you also can adjust the blue to change the blue part of the image. Magenta. And the black also mostly working with the shadows. So run that undo. Let's delete this one. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So hue saturation is pretty much you get what the same thing as curves. And one more is brightness and contrast. But the brightness contrast is pretty much just only work for black and white part of image. One looks not bad. So let's add one more layer. Yeah, let's talk about the menu bar. So the menu bar is the one that controls all the file also include images. When I save, I usually choose a file and save as or save. Edit. I usually choose transform to do some image transform on the image. Transform this image. Image, you can adjust the image size and the canvas size. It's going to show on the status bar. So as I change the image size or the canvas size, the status bar will be changed. There. You can rename the layer, or you could just you can rename the layer, or you can just double click right here. Press cancel. Layer style. For layer, this is pretty much the same thing. When you're working for this tool, when you're working for this. So you can either work on this one, or you can work on this one for the layer style. Type is a typography. It's going to use where you. It's going to adjust where you use this toolbox for type. Select. Just pretty much select how much layer you have. Filter means when you're trying to change more for the image, not just colors, also the texture, the resolution of the image. 3D. Fill. You also find the status bar. Plugin. Window. Those are for panels, which is right here. So this is a panel dock. So it shows a history, but I also can move it around. I also can put it right here. I also can put it right here. Whatever feels comfortable to you. So, and to help, if you have more questions about this Photoshop, you can ask for help. Pretty much ask Adobe. So now let's talk about Toolbox. So before you choose the toolbox, make sure you choose the current layers. So what I go to do now is I go to copy. If you want to continue to adjust, you can just choose this layer to adjust. But if you don't want to adjust, you want to turn to a single layer, just press Command E to merge layer. So you can save more space. And for the rest of the layers, I just go to lock so I don't touch all the layers. So move tool. Marquee tool. So what I'm going to use, let's say if I want to take this person away from a background. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose quick. This is called quick selection tool. So I'm going to press the Shift key. So I just go to create new layer via copy. And I also press. Also, I go to erase. So I go to press the erase tool to do some erase. And I go to create layer and then merge to create a sharper edge. So now I can move the cursor around. For this layer, I can just press Command T to change the scale. Now I just copy person. So press Option. So you just stay here. You press Enter. Okay, now it's big block, so I'm gonna move on to that. Sorry about scales. So this is one example. And let's say I want to do this person. So yeah, so I just turn this person off. And I go to use the one. That's you don't want to cut. So I go to use one clone stem rule. So make sure you choose the current layer and this one. Don't choose other layers. It's going to take time to find those layers, so you don't miss out. You see what I choose? So I either choose this layer, or I usually prefer just create new layers, so I don't touch original layers. So I'm going to change the scale. Wait, hold it. So here we go. Just wait for a moment. So I could do right here. Alright, use a new layer, so I was able to erase without affecting my original layer or original image. So I press erase. You can adjust the brush hardness between soft or hard. If you want to make sharper edge, put the hardness to 100%. If you want to make super soft edge, put the hardness to 0%. That's how you adjust the brush on the brush tool or erase tool. Now I'm doing erase tool. So I just roughly to erase. It's going to take some time to get used to. And if I want to if I want to take this person away, I'm going to use the spot healing brush tool. First thing, always create one more layer, so original layer don't get touched. So use the spot healing brush tool. First I do this way. it's not going to be. Then I go to, let's say I want to put a tree right here, so I go to use the clone stamp to fill this out. So I choose this area just to cover a person's lower body. Yeah, looks not bad. So let's not do another quick selection tool, or you know what? I gotta use the magnetic lasso tools. Polygonal. So first thing, do a quick selection tool first. Then you use the polygonal lasso tool to adjust. Press Shift. Make sure to make the edge as smooth as possible. So what I'm going to take part of this background. So make sure you click other upper part so don't miss. So what I'm going to now is I'm going to create. I'm going to do a new fill card. So you start copying new layer. I just go to I just go to cut layers like this. I go close to show you difference. So if I want to add a blue sky, if I want to add a blue sky, I just I can change the scale. First, I change the scale. Change the scale. Just try to fill out. I try to fill out here. So I fill out here as much as I can do. What I go to now is I put this layer behind this layer. So I press Command, left bracket, or I just drag a layer. So for adjusting colors on the toolbox, for adjust colors, there's one called Blur tool. So let's say I want to choose this statue. Well, I just put quite close. So I just take a little bit. I put the strength. You just start with 50%, but if you want blur more, you can do 100%, but it's going to take some time to adjust. If you do 0%, it means or 1%, it means do nothing. It means intensity on blur. Also, you can adjust on the sharpness, intensity of the sharpness. It's going to fade away. Lastly, I want to put this part really sharp. So I could choose a sharper tool, and it's possible to put 100%. If it's too strong, just put slightly lower. The tree become much more strong or clear. Smudge tool, you need to do that is to drag image to make smudge like this. Burn tool. Let's say I want to make more shadow on this tree or palm tree, whatever. So I could make this area darker, like something is big burn. And let's say I want to make a stronger highlight. I could use a dodge tool. Select area and exposure 100% intensity. Give me 1 second. Just click carefully. It's going to make highlight pop out more. Just try to match it here. So sunlight goes this way. This looks like there's some flashlight down here. Let's say this part is too bright. That's working as a blending tool again. So let's create some artificial shadows. You can use a blending tool, or you can use a that black brush on the brush tool as a 25% brush tool, and for dodgy, for make it highlight more, you can also use a white brush with a 25%. Same thing. Pen tool, where you click, you can create those shapes. Now we'll do this one. So for type tool, let's say I'm doing a presentation. I go to find empty place to type. Start with a 10, and I can choose a size of font, just like we do it for Microsoft Word. And some type has a bold italic or bold italic. I just want to make a black font, so I choose this color. Then I press OK. This type doesn't look great, so I say. Since you will type, that's moving upward, so that's the 5 other layers. So for type, make sure you type the name of 8 layers. That's the original, so don't lost. Blue background. That's the, if you don't mix all layers, you can just name your layers. Adjust layer. Always remember, try to name your layers. Or you can just type extra layers. Yeah, that's pretty much basic. So let me just move my workplace around. I'm going to close this one, and I'm going to open the image again to see the difference. It's going to take more time to adjust, but I believe. So this is how difference between these two. So this is how you move the scenes around and how to change the colors. Yeah, you can see it. You can see before it after I use this Photoshop. So let's group layers to see the difference. You can use from here as I open original image, or I can just close. This is the original layer. They are pressed as adjustment layers, which saves the time. So I hope my explanation is clear enough for you, and you can understand the very basic and gain something today from Photoshop. Of course, it needs a lot of practice to get familiar with. Hope you can enjoy today's episode. If you need to know more about the Photoshop or you have any opinions, please leave your comments or you can send me an email. Thank you for watching.